Hi everyone, this is my second game against a skilled opponent on Octagon. If you haven't checked out the first game, be sure to do so. This time I'm playing my runner deck against his core. As I said, my skills are pretty rusty, having not played Netrunner for quite a while, so it's time to sharpen the blades of my Gabe deck. Yes, these two decks will be the decks I'll be bringing for the competition tomorrow. I believe the decks are pretty good. Now all I need to do is to sharpen my skills and make sure I make the right decisions at the right times. So he seems to be playing a shell game HB, evidenced by his opening moves, install, and the fact that he prepared 7 remote servers right off the bat. Well, that aside, I need to be careful. I need to make sure that I keep checking his remotes, otherwise he can easily sneak an accelerated beta test out of nowhere. Thankfully, I opened my hand with a Desperado, which means that I get a free credit every time I run. So checking his remotes is akin to getting clicking for credits, and at the same time I get more information on his deck. So I see encryption protocols and lots of drip econ. I'm definitely looking to cancel out his drip econ. The encryption protocol was a bummer. I wish I accessed that first. So because of that, I have to pay an extra credit to get rid of the Adonis. You cannot let the corp get a free Adonis out. Okay, I looked through his R&D, I saw a Victor 2.0. So in my mind, I note down that it's a Victor on R&D. Back to the remotes. Yes, Adonis is a very powerful card. For a clickless economy, 3 credits per turn, that's way too powerful. It has to go whenever you see it, especially if it's unprotected. All the more it should be trash. So I hit HQ, and I'm very happy I see a pop-up window. Account siphon, really or not? Here I come. Problem though, one does not simply account siphon straight away because of assets. These assets like Sansan are very powerful anti-siphon measures. So you need to get rid of them first, and that's exactly what I do. It brings me down to 1 credit, but I'm not worried because the account siphon is coming soon. I also get a bank job out to threaten him. I know he has a pet campaign there. He's not going to get rid of it, so my bank job will come into play. I will get my 8 credits no matter what. And then I can't siphon him. He can res whatever he wants, even if there's a Sansan there. My job here is to bring him down to creditless regions. And I get 4 credits because he reses the Sansan. That's why I love the pop-up window on HQ. It gives me more credits. I get rid of the tags because I'm worried about him having close accounts. It's very easily splashable, and I don't want to be relegated to 0 credits right after. Unfortunately, I neglected the fact that he had a pet campaign and a pop-up window out, which means he starts the turn with 2 credits, enough to score out a beta test. That was a huge mistake on my part. I should have trashed the Sansan right after that to spare my credits in case he has a close accounts. I guess he could have a Scorch as well, but after seeing the Sansan City Grid that costs 3 influence and a pop-up window, it should be fairly obvious by now that he doesn't have any anti-tagging measures. I was just playing safe. I think this is the right way to go, I suppose. Playing safe in tournaments as well. You never know when a Scorch is on the table, and you really don't want to lose to such a silly reason. Anyway, I hit R&D because I know he cannot res the Victor, and I trash the Sansan, using clicks to get through the Eli. Notice that I still don't have any programs out on my board. There's no need for a rig just yet. I draw into a York, which can get me through the pop-up window. Something to consider. So I assemble my rig of a York and a Fairy and try to pass through HQ. Eli, stop. Yeah, the one piece of ice that stops me, I guess. Barriers. So it installs even more assets. Right now I'm thinking this is serious anti-siphon measure. It could be a agenda. That would be rather nasty, but right now I have bigger issues. I know he has 5. I know he's a Victor, so I use my Maker's Eye while I still can. While there's only 1 piece of ice there, and I click through Victor. I see 3 cards, none of them were agendas, which was horribly disappointing. Very bad luck. And now R&D is sealed off, so that's it for me. And he installed something to the remote as well. Right now I'm thinking, is it an agenda? I hope not. It probably isn't because he knows I can get through it with just clicks. So with that, I install my Armitage and get down to regenerating my economy. I really shouldn't have cleared those tags, right? Anyway, I continue drawing to more cards. I'm hoping to draw more offensive cards, maybe an inside job, maybe another account siphon. Maker's Eye especially, Maker's Eye would really help. But right now I'm just pulling on strings now because he's starting to get the ice he needs, and soon he'll be able to start scoring agendas with a Sensen once he gets enough credits for it. He installs even more ice. This one goes over HQ. So right now is definitely a no-brainer. I'm getting my Sneak Beta out and rampaging his HQ. And I score a beta test. And I get 2 credits, which is important. More importantly, I get the HQ access. So an emergency shutdown followed by a Maker's Eye allows me to get another viewing of 3 cards. 3 fresh new cards, and hopefully this should close the game, if not putting me at match point. So knowing what ice he has is important, and keeping him low on creds because I destroy all his drip credits. It means that he cannot rest the victor. But instead, I see 2 ETH campaigns and a nasty piece of ice. Oh, I'm still stuck at 4 points. This is terrible. So he installs 2 cards and draws up. He draws 1 card and installs 2. I know both are ETH campaigns. So, I mean, he could be trying to pull a fast one on me, but right now he has no credit, so it's pretty pointless. I sneak out beta again, and he shows the Ichi. Now, that is a problem. But since it was my first click running, I could afford to spend clicks to get through the Ichi instead. I did not want to use the fairy because I needed to save it for something else, in case I hit another nasty piece of ice later on. Having a fairy on the board is important for that reason. So I click through Ichis whenever I can. Unless I'm really desperate to get through without using clicks. So anyway, I hit HQ, I scored a Director Husk pet project. I remember my R&D access, I saw the nasty big piece of ice. I don't think he has enough credits to res it, so I'm able to get through archives this turn. But first, I hit R&D, make sure that he's R&D locked. Before moving on to archives, I knew that he couldn't res the outermost piece of ice, so I just clicked through the Ichi, let him trace 1, big deal. And I access the NAPD for the win. Yes, this game I got very, very lucky because my early draws were extremely good against his deck. They were extremely powerful. I started with first turn Desperado, which allowed me to face check all his assets and get credits at the same time. I was able to get lots of dirty laundries off, which really fueled my economy and allowed me to install stuff that I would otherwise wouldn't have the money for. I got a bank drop off, which was very crucial. Against this kind of shell game decks, you really want the bank drop. So for the burst econ, it's the best income source in the game, so long as the enemy has an open shell for you to use your bank drop on. And yeah, finally, the 2 Maker's Eyes also really helped. I was able to see lots of cards in R&D, and I was able to deduce that from seeing from seeing no agendas at all, that he was agenda flooded in hand, and that I attacked the right place. I spent lots of clicks clicking through the Ichi on archives with my Sneak Beta, and every time I did that, I pulled out an agenda, so I won the game. Thanks for watching. I really hope that I do well in the tournament tomorrow. Hopefully, this game has given me confidence, but I know that there will be more skillful opponents there, and I'll be making more mistakes, and bad luck can happen anytime. So, here's wishing myself all the best. I would love to take some videos or footage of the tournament and the games that I play, but that will probably not be possible. We'll see what I can do about it though. Thanks for watching. See you around.